With another live stream of Control, and I will note that while we probably won't get to anything from it today, I do have the Digital Deluxe Edition, which means I do have the Altered World Event, or AWE DLC, which I will eventually do once we get through the story mode once we get through the story mode. But anyway, I'm going to go message this out, and then we will get started. Yeah, this game has been fun. I am kind of miffed at the company behind it, it's probably more Sony's fault, ultimately, for the issues that are happening. It kind of feels like, with the PS5 edition that's going to be coming. Though I admit I don't know if I'm even going to get a PS5 because games are becoming so expensive, and plus I don't like how the PlayStation doesn't like backwards compatibility. Like, that's the one thing that always irks me, is that to my knowledge, most of the PlayStations don't have any form of backwards compatibility. Now, yes, there are other gaming people that don't, the game companies that don't provide backwards compatibility, but most of those make them available anyway. But in this case, it feels like, various things are kind of an issue. I won't go more into it because I don't really feel like it's worth mentioning, but I still like this game a lot. Okay, so let's message this here. And here. There we go. It's all messaged out, and we'll start. Also, sorry I was not here yesterday. I had real life things to attend to, so that's why I was missing in action yesterday. Yeah, now we do have the DLC, but I'm not sure if the DLC comes with anything else. Like, I'm not sure if the DLC is just the story DLC pack, or if it comes with anything else. Let me check that out, actually, because it might come with, like, an outfit or something. So, we'll see. I know it comes with a story mode DLC, but I don't know if it comes with, like, costumes or anything else, because this game does have costumes in it, so let's see. It, of course, comes with the AW. Yeah, it doesn't seem that it comes with anything but the DLC. Okay, here we go. Well, let's see, does this give any details on what all it includes? Let's see. So, single player. So yeah, it seems like the only thing you get is single player. Hi XN, glad you could make it. So yeah, it doesn't look like, and I don't think I can even access costumes here, which is kind of dumb, to be honest with you. We were on our way to deal with this paper lantern, and I also just destroyed this entire room for some reason. I forget it. Oh yeah, there. One, it looks cool, and two, because I found that recording over there of Jesse that I understandably believed would tick off Jesse a lot. But anyway, let's head down here and see what we can find. Okay, another ordinary file. Second slide we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful and intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams everything was melting, and then we'd come out and everything had melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. We found he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Yeah, we know what happened to him. He became a... I'm just getting used to what I've got on hand. I keep forgetting I have a...
Let's see what they have on ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Yep, miniature version of ordinary. I hope I get attacked here, because this looks like it'd be fun to pretend it's a kaiju fight. What's this thing do? I think it should generate... I guess it's just a light. Stage 3. Okay, so this is... Basically, they were remaking the ordinary incident. Yeah, okay. Oh, come on. Nothing's gonna attack me in the miniature town. Come on. I want to fight, have a fight in a miniature town. I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, yeah, no. You are mine now. You are now mine.
Projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Well, that worked. We got a jukebox token, that's good. Don't really care about that. Reload efficiency. Yeah, don't really care about any of these. Hi XX! We just had a fight in a model town and I'm just happy about that. Okay. They weren't anything. I've already got upgrades of equal or better.
When you visit your childhood home, everything feels small, like a miniature, not real. I got that right.
Yeah, I got to fight. I have a fight with monsters in a miniature town. I'm happy about that.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas.
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Sane. What? I don't know matter. You can't see very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself? I didn't. No matter. You said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah,
I take it that's an Alan Wake reference.
I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that.
I need to either get Alan Wake or watch a Let's Play. I have a friend who wants to Let's Play.
Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it. You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's been for a long time. She's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
An industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building.
Hi, Holy Cross.
I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
So, since we know that the Bureau of Control was watching Jesse the whole time, was that woman from the Bureau, or was she something else? Regardless, I'm gonna blow it up. Because I feel that's what Jesse would do, because I have a feeling this whole thing is... That's possible, or Polaris knew they knew the Hiss were coming. There's something in here. Yeah, you know a lot of stuff is happening. And it's stuff that yeah, that is true. No, especially in this
landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, I honestly believe that Jesse would be ticked off. Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Research will be relocated to the redacted department. Details will be forthcoming. The area is to be sealed at the end of the month. Yeah, they did. It said last episode that they were. Details are forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects at that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide protector found in the area should be delivered to Darling immediately. Been destroyed. I have lots of material to throw at things. Have a seat! Oh, wait, that... They can't react to it if I... Come on. Okay, I really don't like getting stuck on things like that. Okay, I need your help. Pickups. Okay, so if I let go before I finish grabbing it, they might not react to it. Okay, so they can only react to things that I've grabbed properly, I think. That's interesting. Okay, then. Yeah. I got...
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
I can see that.
Darling took the projector to the research sector.
I agree, and I think
He
at this
dedicated
point
a
Jesse
whole
agrees
area to
too.
it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
I believe so. Okay, now here's the thing. I can technically go do the AWE DLC right now. Because the Dark Place is what starts the DLC. Or I can continue the main story. What do you want me to do? Okay, from what I've heard of the DLC, I really want XX to be here, so when he comes back from vacuuming, we might go do it. Because I really want him to be here for it, because I know certain things about the... What? How did I end up over here? Okay. Okay. Because I'm aware of things for the DLC that I want him to be here for, so... Tell me when you're back from vacuuming. I'm going to go do this, this one if it's physically possible. Let's see. I want to go over here. No, that's not it. How do I get to the paper lantern? Oh yeah, that thing exists. Whoops. Forklift. How am I? Okay, I think I gotta go this way if I want to get there. So yeah, XX, tell me when you're done vacuuming, because I've seen the DLC and I know there's stuff in the DLC that I want you to be here for. Okay, so... Where do I go to get to the... I know there's an elevator in here somewhere. Is that what I gotta do? Well, I got attacked in it when an elevator opened before, so better safe than sorry. This thing is really good at taking those guys out. Okay. So where am I supposed to go? There's clearly... I think I need to head this way, maybe. Well, if I had a well, actually, there is one, isn't there? You know what, I'll just go the normal way. Alright. So, according to this, if I go this way, probably gonna have to fight some things on my way here. Which way do I go? Is it this way? Looks like it's this way. And, yeah, that's kind of what I expected to happen. Okay, that didn't do very well. Okay, this guy's apparently going to be a boss fight. Come on, drop your guard. Or just leave. I guess you can just do that. Objects. Also, I am going to say, from what I've... like, this isn't a leveling up game, so there shouldn't be anything in the DLC that will make me overpowered. Like, maybe... Like, I don't even think there's new weapons and stuff. I just think it's a normal DLC. Like, I might get some more materials, but it probably won't make me overpowered. And, of course, I end up all the way back here. I did level up, apparently, but, I mean, get some levels, but... Now I need to go to logistics. Like, yeah, there's not really levels in this game. Like, you can get enough... You can get ability points, which are nice, but... You can't really get levels. In a conventional sense. way do I want to go? Have a forklift! Dang it. Okay, let's see how you like having rockets shot at your face. You are now mine. Go fight your buddy. If there's anyone else, you're helping me. Eat rockets! Oh, you're not dead. Okay, you're gonna be helping me. Eat objects! And rockets. Okay, now where am I? Okay, looks like I need to go over here somewhere. Which I think was through here. I'm hoping that big guy's not in here again. Oh, I can't get... Then how am I supposed to get in there? Unless there's like a thing I can break, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, I can destroy these and get through here, but I don't think that leads me anywhere. Okay, so I honestly have absolutely no clue where I'm supposed to go now, so... Like, it looks like here that the turntable is supposed to be in the same place, but it's not. Just weird and annoying. Okay then, we are going to go to the DLC. What? Oh, that's not good. Oh, is it my fault? I'm really sorry if it's my fault that happened. I'm really sorry if you blew it up because you were rushing to get back. I was not intending that. Is that what happened? Okay, well, in that case, I'll go to the sector elevator. Because I know that there's stuff in this DLC. Where is the sector elevator? It's supposed to be this way. Oh, I guess it's down here somewhere. It should be right over here. Okay. So this is where I was supposed to go to the sector elevator. Yeah, investigate the sector elevator. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to do the one in Central Executive. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry that happened. I mean, that sounds bad. Is everything okay? Like, if it's hot, did anyone get hurt, or is everything alright? Okay. And don't worry, the DLC won't make me overpowered for the final boss, because this game doesn't really work like that. Okay, so is this the... Oh, no, it's... Okay, I guess I'm supposed to investigate the sector elevator then.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Fightin sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Yep, this DLC is a crossover to a degree. I don't know to what degree, but...
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Fightin could hear her.
This is why I wanted you to be here for the DLC.
Reaching for her from a dark place.
Because AWE is pretty much a crossover with Alan Wake to a degree. I don't...
And the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Fightin paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle. Trying to make her act. Fightin didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Fightin sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile residents. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights went back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Well, if he didn't write the whole her whole story, he seems to be writing this part of it. Yep. So, if nothing else, he's writing this part of the story. Now, all I knew about this was that it was that Alan Wake directly appears and has an influence on the plot. Well, that's unnerving. Explore the investigation sector.
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not.
Yeah.
Seems a lot more.
Here are the list of agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Irza Kurz, Agent Caroline Dipsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. As per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not yet achieved yet, and the only hard copies of a report exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid.
Crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
So something happened here. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Internal Investigation D0845 was launched into ethical practices of Casper Garling. Nightingale, I know that name. I've looked into some of Alan Wake and I know that name. I just can't remember the character. Despite the accounts of anomalous redacted. Oh dear. Redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau. Our official findings regarding it were inconclusive. Numbers arose during the investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel teams seem to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed that the redacted's codename to be redacted, but all files pertaining to that name are inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview the staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether the non-human paranatural entities warranted humane treatment. While the investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per interagency information exchange agreement, some paper pushers gather up a folder of pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sound familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with a famous character Wake wrote in is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Yep, like I said, this part of the this DLC basically turns this into more of a straight crossover with Alan Wake, or at least reference to Alan Wake. Or at least I'm bridging the thing between the two parts of the same world. Bureau will, Yikes. So hopefully he's not looking for revenge if he came to life. Case summary: 33-year-old man found dead on his property. Per police reports, remains contained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, the normal autopsy stuff. Blunt force injuries: head lacerations, left cheek, blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation, right knee, complete aversion to the right upper extremity with associated fracture to proximal right humerus, exclusive trauma, abdominal region, erosion of multiple organs. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Bureau's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with an animal attack. There's a lot of stuff here. Okay, Polaris wants me to go that way, which is where we're going to go. Redacted of Redacted 2019. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of rampant disregard for my president's redacted. I cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now relay my actions to speak louder than words ever could. I blame this situation on our redacted, routinely ignore my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the redacted loose inside. I never get the streams of vague agents begging for us to open the fire break. I carry the shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents, and I shall never forgive him for that. So something happened here. Something bad. So yes, Mr. Dennis, yes, there's an increase of AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems a tiny detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the beep staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, we need to give us more people. It's simple math. So that's lost to the Hartman thing. Okay, I know Hartman is from Alan Wake. The Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit were barely managing to keep up the workload. Just filling out paperwork for all the alter items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It's better not still to be sitting on our desk. People are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards. So, I know Hartman is from Alan Wake. If I'm not right, he's a minor. He was a villain. Slimy psychologist who tried to string along the power of writing and got eaten by the dark. Well, they called him the Hartman Thing. So what that means, whatever that means, I don't know. Per authorization from Mr. Carlin, Redacted was launched into the Redacted of Director Zachary Trench. A recent change when Redacted witnessed Dr. Trench, including aggressive Redacted when Redacted with other staff, has been observed. However, the investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable Redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their argument centers around the Dimensional Research Wing and the Redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's Redacted as anything more than an interpersonal disagreement. The Union has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is so non-indicative of any Redacted that his fitness to lead is not in question. So something, and so it's like giving clues to the main story, but also this whole thing. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence on my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are the head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen when holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now, and don't think your petty internal investigations has gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench. So something was happening with Trench before all this went down. I know the big bad of Alan Wake is called the Dark Presence, so apparently, so that's who ate that guy. Dr. Rye Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow at the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill worked with the Bureau as a parabolical station in the research sector of the oldest house. She has served no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to the para-criminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relation with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. During the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold issue. So this provides information on the main story, but also is providing its own story. Okay, I don't really care. Okay, time to move on with the next thing and see what Polaris wants me to do.
It's not working. Probably a loose power core somewhere.
Is there another place to plug the power core in? Okay, did that do it? No. Nothing there. Per authorization for Dr. Kirkland, an internal investigation into P-142-9 was launched with the legality of the Prime Candidate Program redacted by Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarming clear picture of the systematic redacted and redacted. Redacted were brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This problem has produced no successful cases, only resulted in the traumatic redacted of paranaturally inclined redacted. Not only is this a breach of the ASH Act, but it also flies in the face of human redacted. The team unrevocably redacted in the Prime Candidate Program are expected to be redacted immediately. So someone inside knew what was going on with Dylan was wrong, and wanted to stop it, but they weren't allowed to. Containment procedure, Bureau tractor containment procedure item is not in Bureau custody, none known. Frank elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls. An unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Now first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of the Bureau farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Bureau beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Calls to federal agencies were intercepted by the Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item and responded by growling at a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to contain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Bureau only revealed that he had a domestic altercation with Mr. Bureau earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. So, in other words, there's just a rampaging tractor, rampaging evil tractor somewhere.
There. Now that gate should open.
Well, rampaging man-eating tractor. specimen escape. The purpose of internal investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. An inspection report of containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found the two events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. Filters were changed an hour prior to the incident. A civilian named Alice redacted entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given the connection to the same AWE case, it's likely that Mrs. Redacted's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the redacted investigation is ongoing. Okay, let's get something here. Let's do this because I like being able to fly.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
The group of individuals has operated outside the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in a paracriminal group. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the year. There's a 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranormal materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in an illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to the appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued with any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. So there's apparently another, like, it seems like there's basically another like there's a sin. Oh.
This feels familiar. I can't seem to. I've forgotten. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Take it that's an important place for Alan Wake.
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
So, I take it Zane's role as a poet was something he writ into existence, or he wrote himself a new role? Yeah, because I'm aware a lot of stuff involving
darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't...
Or is that the dark presence pretending to be him?
There's something.
Because I know the dark
It's
presence...
He's out there. I've seen it.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
So something's happening with Alan Wake wherever he is. And he's sending a distress call to Mr. Scratch. That normally means something related to the devil.
Alan Wake? The famous writer? He disappeared years ago. It was all over the news back then.
Ah, that may... Okay.
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Okay, so... Yeah, so, but it seems like it's a in-universe retcon. If that makes sense. It seems the implication is it's an in-universe retcon. Like whatever happened, someone in universe they rewrote him because okay, what else am I supposed to do here? Because normally these rooms have puzzles, and I'm supposed... Oh. Well, that's disturbing. Lots of things about this game are getting disturbing, but that's...
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Okay. The thing that had been Hartman. That doesn't sound good.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay. Violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC. Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Oh dear. So, if I'm reading that right, Hartman became, I guess, like, if I remember right, the term is a taken. And then he was brought to the Bureau, escaped, rampaged, so they sealed off the sector to contain him. Then the hiss came, so now he's both hiss and taken at the same time? That doesn't sound like a good thing. That's not normally what astral spikes look like. They normally aren't covered by shrouds of darkness. Well, from the sound of what Alan Wake said...
Damp and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
XX, are the Taken surrounded by, like, an aura of darkness or something? Because if so, that thing, that astral spike back there... yes, there are. Black Scorpion. It's an old one. And then there's... Okay, things are floating. That's not a good sign. So, does that mean that that astral spike back there was a Taken? So that means the darkness...
That doesn't look like a house shift.
Well, that's
Do
disturbing.
I even want to know?
So that means that the dark presence is in the house. Somewhere. Okay, I can't get whatever that is. And then, if like that astral spike back there was a Taken then. Okay, who's firing at me now? Okay, so these are just Taken. I mean, are just hits, though. These aren't... So maybe Hartman's the only combination hit and Taken. Okay, that's a lot of bad guys. Okay, these things are actually tough. I wonder if I was these guys are level 7. That's, I think, higher than the enemies normally are.
Of course, the fists are already in here.
Okay. So yeah, these are level 7 enemies. That's higher, but okay, let's grab you and see what you are. Hartman arrest. What's this? Hartman, Emil, victim's name, Wake, Allen, Anderson, Tor, Anderson, Odin, redacted, Lane, Emerson, Thomas, redacted. The name, Dennis, special agent, code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count, code 8, sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count, code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigation, 1 count, code 74, breaching the Ash Act, 6 counts. The property was seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offenders' personal effects have been sent to the research for analysis. After being cleared by the Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake, possibly deceased. Zane in that thing said...
Whoa.
Oh.
Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Okay, what are we looking at? Oh yeah, I don't like the voice. Okay, so I can't get through here. Okay, I guess let's go this way. No, that's where I came from. Oh, wait, don't I heal when I come to one of these? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can agree with that. Okay, no, I guess I'm supposed to go this way. I just don't know how to get through or something. Oh. Okay, so how do I get through here? There's something I'm missing? Or am I just going the wrong way? No, there doesn't seem to be any way through there. So I'm missing something, obviously. Okay, here's a servant. Well!
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Okay, well, let's see what's in here first. Okay, more lights in here. So yeah, it seems like the dark presence is in the oldest house.
Light burns it away, huh?
I take it that's a bad thing. Huh. Okay, so that's probably why I waited this long, because I wouldn't have flight before that chapter. And I couldn't get up here otherwise. Huh. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I remember someone saying, right, it sounds like they're... Okay, so this is on the other side of that warp. I take it. Okay.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Fightin.
Yeah, if I remember someone saying right, there was actually one of their songs that foreshadowed Control being a thing.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder.
Oh dear.
Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone once seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path.
Oh
Now
dear.
he crashed out of darkness toward Fightin. There was nothing ordinary about Fightin.
So, from what he said, what happened was the Hiss tried to possess Hartman, but the dark presence inside of Hartman and the Hiss that was trying to possess him merged. So does that mean the dark presence and the Hiss have merged into one? Or at least their influence inside Hartman has? So you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was beep hired to do. My job, want to know what I call that? Beep. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words as like altered items, AWEs, or paracriminals, the stupidest things I've heard in my life. And I've heard some beep, stupid things. They already know the facts. They know just as much as us, if not more. They get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the terminology. If you think putting me off the case will stop me, then think again. That beep blew up those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in the interrogation cell so we can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. They won't be stopped unless we stop them. You go ahead and put me on suspicion, see if that slows me down. Black Market Hub, specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, General altered and paranatural materials was raided in redacted Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by subjects to escape using altered items resulted altered items with numerous casualties prevented the Bureau from questioning all the participants. The following interrogations revealed not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The concern here is threefold. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group in the general public. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural power, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. The motive of these collectors are largely unknown. So, things are happening in the broader world that the Bureau isn't very happy about. Yep. Okay, following the NASA FBC coordination agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found on all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. And certain individuals have raised concern about this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs secured the organization has shown the expense of NASA's recent launch of the Redacted far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Redacted will provide the Bureau with unparalleled resources for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative research relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Yep, that seems to be the case. But so the thing is, I'm wondering is, since they said the darkness in Heartmoon was cut off from its source, does that mean it was technically part of the Dark Presence, but not?
Agent Fisher, inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. Mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck. Cooperate. Okay, there we go. Alright. That was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from home.
Yeah, as an attack dog without a master. But when the hiss tried to possess it, the hiss's power...
Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Okay, so it sounds like the hotel doesn't like being messed with. Oh, I need a light, that's why. Ow. Okay, so where does this go? It obviously goes... Oh, okay, this thing glows, so that... I wonder if that would be enough to destroy the light. the darkness on that door. Or it might not be, I don't know. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Okay, so this clearly goes somewhere. This is just a bathroom. But...
Reminder. Reminder. Employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
And as you would expect, even here there's bureaucracy. Okay. So where does this thing go? There's another bathroom. Yeah, but it just has that. Okay, so where do I put this thing? So yeah, Hartman might be an attack dog without a master, but it basically sounds like, if I'm not mistaken, when the hiss possessed him... Okay, so I need to get through here somehow. There's nothing to do. And this place is dark. Which, given the dark presence is apparently involved here, makes sense, but... Okay, okay, so that doesn't help. Yeah. So I need to, obviously I need to, okay, there's something. So there's where I need to get through. So in order to do this, I need to find a light source I can pick up and use to kill the darkness. Also, I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take care of something really quick, but I'm back, and let us continue. Okay, so I need to find something to destroy this. What the? Okay, okay, that's happening. Oh, what is happening? I mean, it's not even trying to... What the... Okay. I don't know what just happened. I think that thing was probably supposed to attack me and maybe glitched out or something. Okay. That takes care of the darkness there, so... Such were fantasy characters playing RPG set in the real world and act as sociopathic and paranoid. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, what's this?
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Yeah, we all know how that turned out for you. Paranormal entity A010, aka the Shadow, is aggressive, redacted, consisting of 3 known types: localized manifestations of sapient, redacted, capable of occupying organic or inorganic materials, as well as exerting redacted over surroundings. Type 2, Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies redacted by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain redacted of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Shaded objects, similar to Type B, except that inanimate objects are redacted, solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal. Yeah, that makes sense. Where Type B, okay. Goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, CAWE 35, which may have a shared link to a redacted intelligence. That this entity warrants immediate exploration of offensive defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of redacted. So they know, the Bureau knew about the darkness existing. but at the same time, they didn't realize what all it was going to do. Train derailment resulting in 62 numerous injuries was said to have been the work of a paranoid criminal group known as Redacted. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had been altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or direct result of sabotage. The Bureau has been tracking said group for some time, and the intel gathered suggests an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on the site was able to respond to the train incident in site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find an emergency process underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. No longer managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further, the investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further study. So there's apparently a group out there that's causing... And of course there are guys out there. These guys are new. Become mine. Now help me with your buddy. Just in case another wave comes, you're mine. Okay. Oh, that's... So basically, the Mr. Scratches taken are different than the normal one.
I don't feel right.
Oh dear.
Something in this darkness is draining me.
Okay. Still haven't seen what, you know, all is going on, but we know that the darkness... Okay, that's not good.
Now what?
What's going on?
What is that? Come on.
What is that? What is that?
So you don't have light. What is that?
Oh, I can't use my powers in the dark. What is that thing? Okay, that didn't do anything. No, wrong thing. Yeah, that's not doing a dang thing. Okay, this is safe now. Yeah, I see what you're saying about the darkness having to be taken off of it before it can... Okay, but if I step into the darkness, I immediately start to lose. Oh, crap. Okay, that is terrifying. Where do I throw this thing? Go here now because there's light. So we've met the thing that once was Hartman. Problem is, I don't know what he's... There's gotta be another place to throw a battery. So I'm safe in the light sources, but... He's probably... Okay, can I remove this? No, I can't. So I guess I gotta maybe lure him into light sources. Oh crud. Oh crud. Oh crud. Come on, get closer, get closer. Okay, that is creepy. Come on. Come on, get closer to me. I don't know where the other lights are I'm supposed to be using now. I take it there's probably ones up there. Let's see if throwing a forklift at him works. I doubt it. And he didn't even feel that. Okay. Okay, so we need to have... Let's try to figure out where the lights... Oh, crud. Crud, crud. Haha. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I know where the light source is, I just lost my energy cube. Okay, that part's scary, because you don't know where you're supposed to go. And that thing can teleport. Well, it's kind of obvious now why he called it the thing that once was Hartman. Because that definitely is not a person anymore. Okay, so I need to get another power cube over there. So apparently now we know what happens when a person is possessed by the hiss and the dark presence at the same time. That. Gotta wait for it to be in the darkness. Okay, what is it? Okay, but no time for reading things. Okay, that thing has a human face.
Yeah, how do you like that?
That thing had a human face.
Brian Henneman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Henneman.
I do?
Tell me about the disaster.
I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night, like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off, and I could live out in my parents' basement, and maybe even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
Okay, so apparently that's what happens, but apparently that was a merger of those two. An excursion into the Ocean View Hotel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking, designation door redacted, similar to the other doors that is locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Brighton Falls AWE, referred to AWE 35 for details, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected paralieutenant and redacted, contacted agents Shaw and Dempsey of the investigation sector using a phone given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocol. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought to the oldest house for an in-person interview. For a full transcript referred to redacted and redacted on 2017. Turning into the Ocean View Motel occurred that same day. Determining whether this was basic synchronicity or if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance or the door relates to the AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken to the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur. Oh, I got it.
Brian Henneman, 21 years old.
Oh, that's the same one. Naming procedure on unknown testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. Vending machine its front covered in flux wood panel, coin operated buttons for selecting food products. The item generates stores of a variety of material, both edible and otherwise, and rows of internal trays. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual closest in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the atom to create a living Redacted have consistently failed. The atom was discovered in a nursing home in Redacted, Alberta, after a resident, Muriel Redacted, called locals a station about a magic vending machine. A news story reported the nursing home staff had purposely stocking the machine with distinctive foods and objects as a way to raise resident spirits. Bureau 2 response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. Oh, okay, I feel sorry for shooting that thing now. Though I don't think I actually destroyed it. I think I just, like, scared it off, because it seemed able to teleport. Yeah, poor guy. Especially because, like he said, he just wanted to, you know, get his podcast going. Which, as a YouTuber, I can sympathize. Note, this screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its past episodes scripts. It appears to be written by Alec Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. The new spec script, The Overhold the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are things you can discover in Night Springs? We are in a secret lab. The large sign reads on the wall reads, "The Federal Bureau of Night Springs. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready." "It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor, but the being behind the portal, we have no control over it." I've seen stuff about Watchmen. There was... okay. But geez, whatever the hiss did to... the hiss and the Dark Presence did to... Hartman... I hope he's not conscious in there anymore, because that looks horrifying.
Arcade machines. Shim. Whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think I destroyed it. I think I might have just scared it off because it didn't seem to like explode or anything. But yeah, I agree. That is kind of a jerk move. I don't think the Federal Bureau of Control really thinks through a lot of this stuff. How did I come into this room again? Oh yeah. Okay, but did I get all the stuff here? Yeah, I agree with you that it feels like the Bureau doesn't consider the possibility that the altered items might not be, well, might not be doing damage. They just see altered item, we need to confiscate it. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Redacted. WA focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent Redacted abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping Redacted to his own benefit, which has earned him a Class 2 paracriminal designation. For more on the link between the artists and their ability to redact reality between artistic mediums, see File Redacted. Investigation has proven Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during Redacted investigation, he displayed no remorse and intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released Redacted months later, having deemed a negligible threat. His medical license was permanently revoked. Oh, I just realized something. Zane, when he was talking to... Wake, said that they found a way to get out or something. So if Hartman was supposed to have been eaten by the darkness in Alan Wake, maybe the darkness let him go with intentionally as a plan to get out. So Hartman being here at all might have something to do with what the darkness is planning. But the hiss kind of threw a wrench in things. Okay, so I don't want to do the arcade machine right now. Oh, that is so retro, I love it. Is that a knight on a bicycle, on a motorcycle? Huh. And apparently there's a sequel. With a knight on a motorcycle with a raccoon on his back fighting an evil cat wizard. That is so retro and weird, I love it. And there he's fighting an ostrich. Yep, but that feels like a retro video game. But anyway, I think I'm going to end it here, because we just had our first confrontation with the thing that once was Hartman. So, see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.